Today I'm playing Borderlands 2, and if you're wondering why the image quality is crap, it's because the HDMI capture device I ordered hasn't arrived yet, and I wanted to get this channel off the ground. So I'll have to record games with a camera, and I feel dirty for doing so. But if you're watching on a smart device, the quality shouldn't be as bad as, say, on a PC. When Borderlands was first previewed, it actually had realistic graphics, but they decided to go with cel-shaded graphics like they used in the storyboard sketches because it better suited the game. This made the original art director so pissed she quit the company, which is a good thing. You really don't want art graduates hanging around for too long. Now it's just a video game, but later it's the wallpaper, the curtains, and who knows next. Anyway, the game was an instant success, scoring glowing reviews all around with its good gameplay, story, and new style of graphics. I mean, new for a first-person shooter. It wasn't just a first-person shooter either, it was a first-person role-playing shooter which hadn't been done before, at least not to this extent. Fast forward from 2009 to 2012 and Borderlands 2 comes out with all new characters, the same art style, graphics, and ridiculous weapons. Borderlands had a crazy amount of weapons. With Borderlands 2, however, there are even more. In fact, there are 17.5 million weapons available, but rumour mill has it that the mechanic used to generate the weapons could potentially create 2 billion. The hype for Borderlands 2 was real. It became Take-Two's third most pre-ordered game, beaten by Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It was also 2K's most pre-ordered game ever. Seems weird that this game was made by the same people that made Bass Hunter for Nintendo 64. Not only is this game super fun, but it's also entertaining. If you listen to what some of the NPCs have to say, it'll get a chuckle out of you. Set a Goliath on fire and you might hear if you can't stand heat, make kitchen. Do the same to a cannibal and it might be I smell delicious. Incidentally, my favourite enemies to kill though are the midgets. Seriously, just some of their death cries just make me lol. On the flip side, my most hated enemies are the chrysalisks. Not because they're hard to kill, they're not, but because they take a long time to kill and I'm too impatient for that. Just give me a straight up fight. As good as this game is, it's the imperfections that make it good too, like Tiny Tina's turned eye. It was a glitch that they decided to keep as it added to her quirkiness. A lot of people find her really annoying too, but I think hers is probably one of, if not the most tragic backstory in the game. She seems all mental and shit, but when you help her kill Flash Stick, she delivers the line, "Best tea party ever," in a way that makes her seem like a real vindictive bitch and a bit more mature than a regular 12-year-old should be. One of my favourite things to do when there is a large group of bandits to kill is headshot one of the Goliaths and let them rampage kill the other bandits. Usually by the time they come for you, they don't have too much health left. This can backfire though because Goliaths can level up. If they do, they regain full health and are now stronger and faster. Use this tactic with caution. It really shows the mettle of a game if it can be 4 years old and still have a solid fan base. I know of a few people who still play this game on a regular basis, and this game has been the inspiration for many Nerf gun paint jobs too. Hell, I've even done one. I also painted my PS3 controller to match. Will there be a Borderlands 3? I really hope so. In an age where other developers seem to be obsessed with realistic graphics, it's refreshing to see at least one developer say nope and do their own thing, then make it a success. I honestly don't think this game would have been as successful if the realistic graphics were used though. The cel-shaded look gives the game a grungy, gritty feel that suits the atmosphere of the game really well. Admittedly, I'm late to the Borderlands party. I only bought it 2 months ago because my local Kmart was selling copies for just $5, and even if I didn't like Borderlands, it was still a $5 first-person shooter, allowing me to satisfy my bloodlust. While Halo has its fanboys, it takes something special for a game to develop a semi-cult following like Borderlands has, and I attribute that to the developers not folding to the real graphics fad, doing their own thing, making it entertaining, and just simply sticking with it. If you just want to shoot shit, any first-person shooter will let you do that, but if you want to be entertained while doing it, then Borderlands is definitely for you. Draw!